From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Ticats Today with Brayden Neville.
On today's episode, Ticats O-lineman Jordan Murray joins the show to discuss sticking around for 2 more years, the bond between the guys on that Ticats O-line, and gearing up for a big season in front of Bo Levi Mitchell. It's Wednesday, March 27th, 2024, and this is Ticats Today. Last season, Jordan Murray joined the Ticats in September after spending time in the NFL with the Indianapolis Colts, and he really added some much-needed depth on that Ticats O-line, and he was familiar with a lot of those guys on the O-line. He played with Brayden Neville. He played with Colterwood Manzi. He was part of the Ticats in 2021 as part of that Grey Cup run that fell just short. This offseason, he re-signed for another 2 seasons with the Cats in hopes of making another run at the Grey Cup, and he joins me now. Jordan, thanks for joining me on the show, man. It's been a little while. How's the offseason been treating you?
What's up, man? It's been treating me great. Like you said, it has been a while. I'm excited to get back up there.
And you re-signed with the Ticats for 2 more seasons back in January. Why was it important for you to get a deal done and come back for a couple more years?
Just because I'm trying to get some Grey Cups. I'm trying to work as hard as I can, for Hamilton, for my teammates, coaches, training staff, everybody. I love it at Hamilton. Playing the game of football as a career is great, and I'm very excited that I'm able to do that at Hamilton. Couple years.
Did you always believe you were going to be a Ticat for a couple more years going into free agency? That was where you wanted to be, was in Hamilton?
Absolutely. My goal, obviously, being in America and playing football, like I wouldn't be in the NFL, right? Mm-hmm. Life-changing money, stuff like that. But from the jump, from my professional career, it all started in Hamilton. And, I appreciate the organization as a whole, so I just want to give back, with my performance and how I carry myself off the field, to the community of Hamilton because of, how great it is. And yeah, I saw myself going back to Hamilton. So I didn't want to go anywhere.
When you stepped into the lineup in September and you returned to Hamilton midway through the season, what was that like for you to return? And at least you had a couple guys familiar to you around you in Rev and Coulter, but what was that like to come back mid-season?
Honestly, it felt like a dream, like I was in like a fever dream or something. It's one of those things like, you prepare the entire year to be ready to be in shape, to play football, stuff like that. But like that scenario, how different it was, like you're already like 8 or 9, 10 games in the season.
Yeah.
It was very unique, I'll say, but it was great because, like you said, I had guys in there like Rev, Coulter, just a bunch of guys that I was already familiar with. Coach Gibson, of course.
Yep.
It was a great experience, honestly, and I'm excited to do it the right way this time. Training camp, full seasons, so I'm excited.
What can you say about Coach Gibson? Because guys always talk about Gibby and how much he means to them on that O-line. But what can you say about him and having a guy with that much experience in the CFL on your side and helping you out?
He's like, when you say he's on my side, like he is on my side. Like he's always making sure that we're, prepared. He goes the extra mile to make sure that, things are simplified to where we can just get stuff done and do the things we need to do. I think as a coach, he's a great coach. He gets us going, practice, meetings, all stuff like that. He's just a great guy to lead, the group of men in the offensive line room. I'm very excited that, he's coming back. Like you said, all his experience, he's sharing that with us and allowing us to get better and be more cohesive as a unit.
And then Scott Milanovich, you were with him last year when he was the offensive play caller. Now he'll be your head coach and offensive coordinator. What was it like getting adjusted to working with Scott last season?
It was really cool, really awesome because, the first time I met Coach Milanovich was in Indianapolis.
Really? Yeah, true.
Yeah, so, and it was kind of like a passerby meeting because, I was an undrafted guy. They just picked me up off of futures, and this is a solidified quarterbacks coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey coach, how you doing? I heard you from the CFL. He was like, hey, nice to meet you. And now we're working together to win a championship. So it's like it's just really awesome. I think it's a really unique scenario how that's set up. very excited, and it was great working with him last year too.
Do you think his familiarity with you in Indy had anything to do with you coming over to Hamilton? Do you think that might have been in play there?
I do believe there might be a little bit, but I think at the end of the day, the opportunity for me to come to Hamilton was like, it was almost like divine. It was, I feel like it was meant to happen. You know, obviously I wanted to stick around in the NFL, but I was released in August. You know, I had a month of trying to figure stuff out for training camp in the NFL, and all the while being the CFL season's going on. And so it was just like kind of divine, like I'm ready to play football, and they want me to step in and help out the team. So it was just kind of perfect for me to come back.
Was it like you had played in the CFL before, so was the transition pretty seamless going back to the Canadian game when you did return to game form? Because you went right into games as soon as you joined the team. You were right into the roster.
Yeah, I maybe had like 2 or 3 practices before, but
yeah.
So it was something that at offensive line, like you get that 1 yard off from the defense, and you know, offensive schemes are kind of the same, whether it be NFL, CFL, American ball, Canadian ball. So
yeah,
that transition was pretty seamless. I will say though that I hadn't played like an actual football game since like the preseason of the year prior.
Yeah, true.
Just getting my legs back in like a football shape, especially I think my first game was against Ottawa. So I had like Malden and I don't know the guy's last name, 58 at the end in Ottawa. Like these are good DNs.
Yeah.
You know, welcoming me back to the CFL. Yeah, it was cool.
Getting to reunite with a guy like Brayden Revenberg, how's the relationship with him and getting to be back with him now for another couple of years?
With Rev, it's always awesome. It's always fun. Keeps you on your toes. You got to make sure you're, you know, all your P's and Q's around. But I think it's awesome. You know, since I was a rookie at 21 and we went to a Grey Cup, just seeing like how much this means to him, and you know how he comes into work every day, and you know it's business, but at the same time he makes sure you know, like, you know, he loves you. You got your back, stuff like that. So I'm so excited that, you know, I'm able to work with him again and everybody else in that online room and on the team in general.
This offensive line, there's a lot of guys that it seems like everyone's very close and they have that brotherly bond. But what can you say about some of the shenanigans that are going on with these guys? It seems like they're a pretty funny bunch.
Yeah, I mean, we like to keep it light, you know, because when it's time to work, we work really hard. And what we do is very physical, tough, and it takes a lot of energy out of us. So, you know, when we're working, but when it's, you know, when we're chilling.
Yeah.
So, like you said, the shenanigans, like we like to prank each other, stuff like that, you know, make sure everybody's not getting too comfortable.
Are there any pranks you can say on the show that you can share? I always like hearing the prank stories from the boys, if you can share one.
Oh, man. I mean, I don't know if I can share specific, but just if you ever come out to practice and you see somebody with baby powder all over them, just throw the power play.
I can let my imagination do the rest for that one. You're going to be playing in front of Bo Levi Mitchell again. He'll be returning. What's it like to have such a veteran presence behind you at quarterback?
You know, it's very exciting. Like you said, very veteran guy. He's played a lot of football, a lot of winning football. And, you know, that's always exciting when, you know, the person who's touching the football the most has a lot of winning experience. And, you know, that's great for us as an entire unit, as a team. I'm very excited to keep working with them and all the quarterbacks in that room. You know, I think every one of the quarterbacks in that room is great. And
when you came in last year, who was starting? Was it Taylor Powell at that point?
Yeah, it was Taylor.
What did you notice about Taylor being a rookie, a true rookie in the CFL when you came in and you were playing with him?
You know, so like you said, I came back to Hamilton on Labor Day. So Labor Day was my first day back in Hamilton.
It's crazy.
And then I played the next week, and I had no idea that Taylor was a rookie until the Ottawa game that next week.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I was like, we got a star for sure.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about it.
So he's a guy you can see being a true starter in the CFL at some point.
100%. I know how he handled himself during the time that we needed him, I believe that he proved to the entire league that, he's a guy that can lead your team to winning football. So, yes. Yeah.
Another guy that would have been new to you is James Butler, but I mean, he had one of the best seasons a running back has had for the Ticats in a long time. But what was it like getting to play with him, and how he can kind of help in every aspect of that pass game, or blocking, or rushing, or whatever it may be?
Yeah, I think there's a common denominator with all the guys who are great performers and great people on our team, is that they coming to work every day and they work their tail off, like at the craft, and how they handle themselves in the building, out of the building. You could just tell that these guys, like, they want to win, and in order to do that, you got to put the work in. So, James, bro, JB is a guy, like, just like I was saying before, like a generational talent type of guy. Like, he can do everything that you need him to do out of the backfield. Yeah. And I'm excited to work with him again for the season. I'm telling you, we're going to get some Grey Cup championships, with the roster that we got.
Jordan, where are you spending your off season right now?
I'm here in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
Texas right now.
What's the training schedule look like for you on a daily basis?
So on a weekly basis, I go to South Lake, which is like a 30-minute drive, to do like my training, like full body training, so to speak. So I do that like 4 times a week with physical therapy involved with that. And then I try to get into LA Fitness, do my little cardio, sauna, stretch session. Yeah. Either right after those sessions or like later in the day, those 4 times a week. And then those other 3 times a week, I just go to LA Fitness once a day and then do my little cardio, sauna, stretch, make sure I have time with my family and, everybody going on here.
Yeah, in the downtime, what are you doing with the fam out in Dallas, Texas? You got some beautiful weather out there. I'm sure there's not a shortage of things to do.
Absolutely not, man. Today, I think we got planned. We're going to go to the aquarium.
Okay, the aquarium.
Yeah, Dallas World Aquarium. It's actually pretty nice. But there's a lot of stuff to do out here, man. There's a lot of stuff.
What are you going to go see at the aquarium? They got sharks and dolphins in there?
They got all type of stuff, man. Like, it's like a tropical rainforest type environment. They got
That's cool.
These beluga whales, all crazy stuff.
So you're going to be bringing the whole family out to the aquarium?
Oh yeah, actually, one of my old teammates from Indianapolis, he's from Dallas, so he's out here in Dallas with his family too. So we're going to go together and check it out.
Are there any CFL guys out there that you can train with, or is it mostly just you?
I actually, shout out to my guy Schultze, Matt Schultze. He lives like 7 minutes from me.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Crazy, but offensive line wise, no, I don't think there's anybody around here that I could train with. I do my O-line training with my college up in UNT, North Texas, O-line stuff with them. But yeah, it's really just me.
Are you ever keeping in contact with Marcellus Bowman? Does he help you out during the off season, even though you guys are so far apart?
Of course. So before I started my current training regimen, he sent us out blocks of, I think like a 6 or 8 week block of training for us to do. Mm-hmm. And he just with me, and he shot me a few calls. We go back and forth. He just checking in on us, making sure we're good. It's definitely helpful.
Are you having like when these guys are signing throughout the offseason, you're seeing Tim White come and you're re-signing and you're seeing all these guys come in. Are you reaching out are you one of those guys who reaches out to players whenever you see that they're staying in Hamilton or signing with Hamilton?
I'll tell you what, with Tim White, yes. I think I saw the post on Instagram. It said it 3 minutes ago. I'm in my phone calling Tim right now, like,
oh man. How crucial? Keep going. Sorry.
Oh, you go. But yeah, other than that, like the newer guys, like the newer from other teams, stuff like that, I'll meet them, when I get up to Hamilton, and then we'll make that bond connection when we get there. So, yeah.
I mean, let's just speak on Tim White. How big is it to have him back? I mean, a beast. I mean, it kind of goes without saying, but like to you, how crucial is it getting Tim back at receiver?
I think because 2021 was he in Hamilton before 21?
I want to say that was his first year, but I could be wrong on that. But I want to say that's his first year.
So I think, you know, when we met in 21, it was both of our first years, and we were like, you know, try to groove our way into it. And then Tim like kind of broke out and showed how athletic he was and how he can change the game and make plays. And we go to a Grey Cup, you know, overtime loss. Like it's just, we create a bond with that team. And especially with a guy like Tim, you know, how, you know, great character he has and how great of a person he is, on top of the fact of how great of a football player he is. It was just so exciting to see that he's coming back to being the black and gold, because, you know, it would have made me sick to my stomach to see him anywhere else, you know, trying to defend his, you know.
I can speak for myself and probably a lot of, if not all, Ticats fans when I say I agree with you on that. You've gotten a taste of the Grey Cup back in 2021. Is that something that you're obviously, is that what you're chasing here? Is that like getting that small taste of it just make you want it even more now?
Of course. I think, you know, as a professional athlete, our mindset is made up of a lot of different aspects. And I think, you know, being a champion, being number one, you know, takes the majority of that. Mm-hmm. You know, obviously taking care of your family, proving your self-worth, trying to build that legacy. I think having a Grey Cup championship at Hamilton is a major part of, you know, what we're trying to accomplish here, especially because we haven't done it in the 2000s.
Yeah.
And I think on top of getting that championship, I think personally my goal is to develop, you know, as a better human, father, you know, partner, and then leader in my room. So those are my personal goals. But getting the Grey Cup championship is definitely up there.
We're not too far away now from training camp. It's your first one in a few years with the Ticats. Are you ready to get going here? Are you pumped up?
Oh yeah, it's my first full one actually.
Really? Okay, true.
In 2021, I was only there for because they had the quarantine period when you.
That's right. Yeah.
I maybe had 2 or 3 practices in that training camp. So this will be my first, you know, full training camp. I'm excited, you know, get into McMaster. I haven't even been here before, you know, trying to see what that's like. You know, keep going.
Awesome. Well, Jordan, I'll leave it at that, man. It's great to catch up with you. Excited to see you at Ron Joyce Stadium come May. So once again, thanks a lot, man.
You as well, Brayden. I appreciate you.